Alright, you're with Al, and this is Chronicles of a Not Yet Champion Golfer. So, a couple of months ago, I did my What's in the Bag video, which, if you haven't seen, I'll do the link, jobby up there. But at that time, the plan was to go to Irvine, the Wilson factory in Irvine in Scotland, get fully fitted for them, make a video, do a tour of the factory and all that sort of stuff. But as it turned out, lockdown happened, couldn't leave the house. So myself and Duncan from Wilson, we made the decision on shafts based on what I had previously in my irons, as close to that as we could get. So we went with the KBS 105 and X-Flex, which felt great when I got them. It turns out since then, whether it's down to swing changes or whatever it might be, I feel like they launch a little bit high. I've played quite a lot with them now. They launch a little high and the top of the flight is really high. So in any sort of wind, I feel like I'm struggling to really control my ball flight. So speaking to Duncan, we've decided to fit a new set of shafts in there, which Wilson have been brilliant with helping me out. I've just kicked the camera there. So we're going to go to a place called Tour Truck Golf, which is in North Yorkshire. We're going to go and build the irons with a new set of shafts in them. They should bring the flight down, certainly the launch and the peak height down for me. But we'll run through the whole process of building the clubs. So Luke from Tour Truck Golf, he's the owner, he's going to build them. He'll run through the process. But we'll hit some balls with the original shafts in, get the numbers off them, then hit some balls once the shafts have been replaced, which will hopefully show us some good results. Anyway, we'll get on with it. That's what we're going to do. We're going to build me clubs and then hopefully they work. It's a great setup, this. So we've got two hitting places there and a little platform up there, and you smash it out there and try and nail the barrels. Where's the Wilson sign, mate? Where's the
Padre hasn't given us the go-ahead to put his
no life-size Padre. No, the biff. You need the biff on the wall. So this is the setup here. This is the workshop. Proper workshop, this. All his drawers here. Club heads. Loads of grips. 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 Oh no, they're shafts. Grips. 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 This is where we're going to be building the clubs at Loft and Line Machines. Great setup. Before we properly get going, just going to a few warm-up shots so we're ready to go. Obviously, I want to be swinging at full pace to get some true numbers, really. Got a 99 here. It's actually quite a good wind to show it. I know you probably can't see the ball flight well enough there. I need to hit one of them shot tracer jobbies, but I don't know how to put it on my camera. I can do it on the phone, but it doesn't really pick it up very well. So I don't know how to do it on here. So if anyone knows that, it's like camera savvy, you let me know. That was actually really nice. But into wind, this is where I feel like, because they're spinning a little bit and climbing, launch is too high. Into wind, I just feel like I'm not getting the yardage out. I'm losing a lot into wind, and it's going a long way downwind, so quite a big difference, and it's hard to get good distance control, and I think that's part of the importance of getting the right shaft in your iron, really. 7 iron. This is the one I'll base the numbers off, so we'll get some good solid numbers with the 7 iron, and that's the one I'll sort of compare when we change the shaft over. Even here I can see it's launching so high. And what it can do, especially for me, if you've got the wrong head shaft combo, and I know these are the right heads, they are, you know, literally the nicest looking iron I've ever seen, and they feel so good. Just shaft's a little light, as I say, and just gets that high climbing shot. I was going to say something that had a really good point to make, and I can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, I know. So because they launch high, I find myself wanting to hit that knockdown shot, but more often than not I end up just like covering it, and then I can hit it left because I'm trying to take loft off it because it launches so high. When I say so high, it's not like, I mean, I'll show you on the Trackman, you know, I want it launching with 7 iron maybe 17 degrees, and I'm probably launching it at 20, 21, which is quite a big difference. So then I feel myself going that way, smothering it, and I can hit a couple of like flat poles, which obviously you don't want to start changing your swing to make a shaft work. And that one's gone sideways, so. Look at them. What are they?
Buzzards. Are you a buzzard? 3 of them. Family of buzzards.
Okay, ready to go. Ready. I mean, we'll look at the Trackman numbers now, and hopefully I'm right, because if I'm wrong, I look like a complete idiot now. But I feel like I launch it too high, it stalls at the top of the flight,
Yeah.
and I don't get, really, certainly when it's like a little bit of wind, I don't get the full yardage out of it.
No.
Just feel like it's a little bit spinny. Now, I don't know if that's launch it's going too high, or it's launching too high and spinning, or...
We'll soon find out. We're going to get the truest result here because we use proper golf balls. We've got Trackman, we're outside. We're hearing the elements of what you would play on the golf course.
I've even got my Wilson staff balls
There
on.
you go. So, what you're going to see right now is the truest reflection in the way of stats, visual, flight. We'll be able to work out what your launch is, whether it is too high, too low, what the peak height is, where that's probably where that softness is coming from.
I felt like I hit that good.
That's the one,
But you can see that, how high that's gone.
Peak height's well above where it needs to be there.
Launch 19.6. Spin's alright, isn't it? You're looking for what?
6.8, especially obviously the speed you're swinging at, you're going to struggle to really tone it down. But 6.8 on a windy day, it's going to hold you back.
Okay, yeah.
It's going to get a little bit soft. It's going to start coming back towards you.
That's what I feel. So then, I said before when I was on camera, then I get a swing, I'm like, right, I need to cover it. And you're like, oh,
Yeah.
flat left and a bit of cow in that field
Yeah.
over there. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's trying to get that a combination where it's not gonna, I don't want it coming out dead flat, like
Yeah.
ridiculously low, no spin,
No,
but
no.
something that I can control a bit more. And it gets a bit windy, and I don't feel like I need to cover it
Doing
massively
it,
to stop
yeah.
it going up my nose, really. Same thing you can see, and I lose that one a little bit right.
Never moving left, is it? 7,200 there.
Yeah.
It's that softness at the top, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is the one that's killing you.
Yeah, because I'm quite,
The day
I
out.
feel like I'm quite quick in that transition. So if it's something a little bit, you know, if this is a little bit soft. And the wind is out the left, by the way. But same reel,
7-1,
same
same
flight
shot.
that way.
See,
Same shot all the
soon as
time.
you catch it, a groove or so higher, that's when you get that high one.
Yeah,
that
you can see
third,
that's,
that third and fourth
Yeah.
groove higher. I think that's the one that you're seeing where the launch is higher and then just hangs, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
you can see it just, and then the wind affects it massively.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I didn't feel like that big a block, but it's
I mean,
gone sideways.
Your peak height there, 125.
That's high.
PGA Tour average, you're looking at a 7 iron at 90.
Oh, really?
95.
Like, that felt a good swing, but you can see
Yeah.
it's like
I mean, it's
9-iron flight in it.
not strong off the left, but it's moving 10 yards.
That's what I
isn't
feel
it?
like. It only takes a little bit of wind.
I don't think that's a swing that actually hits it 10 yards right.
Yeah,
But with that softness at the top, spinning at 7-1, it's moving that way,
Yeah.
isn't it?
yeah. I mean, with this wind as well, I would be expecting to carry it. It's slightly into, but I'd still be expecting to carry it 170 in this, you
Yeah.
know.
That's right.
Like, that's as good as I'm hitting it.
That's right.
That's as good as I'm hitting it.
Longest ball so far.
See, but even that,
114 feet.
it's still high, innit?
Yeah.
114 feet. Peak height.
7,000, it's still high. And
high spin, yeah.
You've got to kick around them low 6,000s if you're looking to flight the ball.
Okay.
Where you could turn up at any golf course on a flat, calm day or a windy day, you can trust your ball at 6,000.
Yeah. Yeah, when you know you've got that one, when you get it a little bit, I mean, struck it better, you know, you get a little bit high, you know it's just going to spin up.
Yeah.
That's when I'm making bad swings, because I'm kind of making swings to compensate for that one that does climb so much.
At
and
the
then
moment, you flush one, you don't actually gain from it.
no, yeah, it's just going higher.
Yeah, when you caught one a bit clean the shot previously, really your launch and spin was all right.
Yeah.
But you've got to miss it to do that.
Yeah. Go on, melt me club.
Hopefully, when you want down the ferrule.
Save the ferrules. Save the planet.
It's easy as that. Whipping a shaft out. Little heat gun. Little heat gun. Heat it up. Oh, look. Me and me mate. Just sat with me mate.
Alright. What's happening? Yeah, just getting my irons done. Just took my shafts out, just put the new shafts in.
What did I have?
I had KBS 105s in.
It's a bit light. So I'm going C tapers now. Lower launch. A little bit less spin.
Tiger, so.
Just to sand the old shaft down here now.
Just make sure that the head doesn't fall off. This is why.
If the head doesn't fall off, that'd be great. Good noise, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just speaking to Tiger here.
It's on the wall. So yeah. Probably need to get out more. Swing weight of my current set up here.
C8.7.
Which, it's pretty light, isn't it, that?
Yeah, it's towards the light end of the scale.
And that's kind of what I said to you before, is sometimes I can't quite feel the head, because it does feel a little bit light, and that's when I seem to sort of lose it a bit, right? So, heavier shaft we're going in. The C-tapers 120 that we're putting in. And then we've got, obviously, grip makes a difference, tape makes a difference.
An extra 20 gram in the shaft is easily going to move them swing points more towards the D, early Ds, really.
And everyone's different in that. Everyone knows what they want to feel. Some people like it being lighter, don't they? But some people like it a little heavier.
We had a set in just a couple of weeks ago that were swing weight D6.
Right, okay.
So a very different iron to, they were very heavy. They were X100 Taurus shoes.
Okay.
You're 130 gram at least there. Then you have got a very heavy club on your hands there, but again, it's personal feel.
Still want to be able to swing it and not have to lump it around with a bit of luck. Right, so once we built this club up, we'll have a look what swing weight is, and hopefully it's going to play heavier, and then hopefully I'll feel it more in the swing, and then I shouldn't lose any more golf balls. It's a funny one with swing weighting, because I mean, I know, you got C, 5, 6, whatever, D1, D2. For me, it's just how it feels, and I kind of knew they felt just a little light. I liked that at first. I used to think I liked the feeling of a light shaft and a light club, but your preferences change, and that's kind of where I think I am. I think I like to feel that the club head a little bit more. I used to get obsessed with speed, thinking, well, the lighter the better, but not feeling where the club head is on the way down. I think, it kind of can get a sense of a little bit wafty, if you know what I mean. I might be talking utter rubbish here, but that's kind of the feeling I get with it. So I want it to feel a little heavier now, and I feel like I can get the club face under a little bit more control. And like I said, ultimately, it's what you see the ball flight as. And if the club head feels good, and it's producing the flight you want, then that's the answer. So I said the shafts before were 120s, but they're not. I lied. The 125s. Luke's just whacking the grip and the club on the swing weight machine. The tape will make a bit of difference, won't it?
Yeah, a little bit heavier in the grip, not a lot. People say a £5 note is a swing weight, so it doesn't take a lot to move it.
And we're on pretty much just under D1 now, if you can see that.
And we set off from, was it
C
8.7?
Yeah, 8.7, yeah.
Two swing weights. It's 2 gram of swing weight, so 4 gram really is a total heavier club, especially more.
It's so small, aren't you, what you're talking about? Like, you're talking 2 grams, and well, it feels different when you swing the golf club. Like, 2 swing weights will feel different, quite a bit different to be fair, won't it?
Yeah.
Like I won't hit it offline ever when it's like that.
we'll keep that, eh? But no, I mean, I think feel is so marginal, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're talking about 4 gram, you know. If you put 4 gram in your hand, you're going to feel it. So I think when a club's swinging at the pace you're swinging at, it makes some difference.
Just cut my club in half. Done that myself a few times, to be fair. No, not meaning to, by accident, yeah. Accidentally over the knee. Final bit. Magic clubs. It's where the magic happens when the grip goes on. Mate, get it on first time now. If this sticks.
This will
just stick now. I'll have to rip it off. I like that little tray jobby there. Normally when I've done it, I've just had like white spirit go all over the shop.
All on your trousers.
Yeah, it's horrendous,
no,
yeah.
Seriously, I haven't wet myself. It's just white spirit.
Oh, actually, I've wet myself. Yes.
Make sure it's the right length before you have
Nice.
thin and thick grips all the way through.
Yeah, you can do that, can't you? Overstretch them. Don't want long, thin grip.
And then
Solid.
give it a little tit of a
Ready to go.
rocking and rolling.
Nice. That's it. It's my 7-iron built. Grips on. Shafts on. KBS 125C taper, by the way. And the head hasn't fallen off. Well done, mate.
We'll see.
I haven't hit it yet, like, but
We'll see
so far.
We'll see when you throw it at 90 mile an hour at a ball to see if it stays on.
What, literally throw it? Or those days are gone, mate. I don't do that anymore. Don't do that anymore. Positive now. At last check here before I go up. We said D1.
We're going for D1.
Oh, I'll tell you what, you're good, aren't you? Spot on. But I haven't put the sticker on the shaft.
D1.1.
Ah, look, you've missed the sticker on the shaft.
1.1 on.
I'm not putting the sticker on the shaft then. I want it that. It's got to be clean numbers like that. If that said D1.1, I'd throw up on it. So we go D1. That'll feel a lot different. Obviously, I can't hit it at the minute, so I'm gonna whiz these back home, and then I'll get on the Trackman there, the Biff's Trackman. I've got custody again, and hopefully they feel good because I don't want to have to drive back up here, Luke. To be honest.
I've gone. I've left the country.
Oh yeah. No answer. Luke's not answering his phone anymore. I don't know what's going on.
Where's he gone?
So yeah, that should feel. I mean, before we were at what were we? C9, C8, 60, 8.6. So
8.6.
you know, it's a couple of swing weights difference. That just changed to 1.1. It's gone back down to 1.0. So it's a couple of swing weights different. So I mean, it's definitely gonna feel different, and the shafts are gonna perform different.
4 gram difference.
That's 2 swing weights.
2 gram of swing weight.
Okay, yeah. Let me math skills there. So, yeah, we'll get back, try these out tomorrow, and fingers crossed they work, because if they don't, then I've just ruined a pretty good set of irons. Back home, back at Bromborough Golf Club. Going to go test them, see what they're actually like. Hopefully they work. But there's a little duck family here asleep.
One of them's on lookout. One of them's awake. One of them's asleep. That one on the left's just keeping a watch on me. But it's alright, you don't need to watch me, I'm just observing.
Anyway, got Trackman, got me golf clubs, with my new shafts in, got me golf balls. Let's have a smash. The key numbers here are launch angle, which normally, I mean, I wasn't swinging it particularly great on the day at Tour Truck Golf, but I launched it pretty high with 7-iron before, and it was like 20, 21, which is what I really wanted to address. That was the main reason for changing the shafts, really. And peak height was ridiculous, like it was going to the moon. So it was like peak height on some of them were like 125 feet, which is way too high. I think PGA Tour average is like 96, so I was well above that. So in the wind, I mean, the ball's coming back to me, you know, it's going up my nose. You don't want the ball going up your nose. It did disappear up my nose a few times. So they're the numbers I'm looking for, and the spin rate as well. So I want the spin rate. I'm hitting 7-iron. Anything around that number, so 7 7,000 spin. If I'm hitting 8 irons, 8,000 spin, but we're just testing the 7 today because that's what we tested at Tour Truck Golf. I'll be honest, I have used them on the course and they felt much better. Felt more stable on the golf course. Could feel where the club head was a little bit more, so hopefully that's the case now. Launch angle, I want this to be about 17. I know that's average on PGA Tour. Average is, you know, obviously there's some that are above, some that are below. I like to see it about 17, and like I said before, it's more like 19, 20, 21. So if I can get it around 17, then that shows the shafts have definitely made a difference. 16.3. Peak height 90.3. That's miles better, isn't it? Spin 7.2. Maybe a little high, but don't mind as long as it's not like climbing massively. And it's not as if it's like falling out the air, it's penetrating that. Here's a good thing. If you're on the range or practice ground, I always put my balls behind me, not next to me. Because I think like certainly on the range, you got a bucket of balls and you tip them all over. You end up hitting like 7 balls per second, like rapid fire, and you end up wasting your time completely. So I always feel if the balls are away and you've got to go and get one, you can kind of reset and make sure you're focusing all the time. Wisdom. That was good. 16.5 launch. 16.5. Honestly, I've never been that with 7 iron. Never. That is so much better. High spin again, 7.4. Peak height 101. So much better that though. Just the flight on that is so much better. Maybe need to knock that spinner down a little bit. You know, the spin's going to change a bit depending on strike location. I felt like I hit that good. It spun a little high, so I may have got it a little high in the face, but well, no, it wouldn't. If I hit it a little high in the face, it'd actually spin less. So I actually struck it good. Sometimes I'm not that full of wisdom in the morning. I just feel if I can get that more penetrating ball flight, I can control it so much more, certainly in the wind. And that's where I struggle. You know, hitting it high when there's no wind, it's fine, but very rarely no wind. I just want to be able to control the ball flight and control how high I'm hitting it rather than not having the option other than hit it to the moon. Bit of a control freak. Purely in the sense of hitting a golf shot though. Not in any other area of my life. No, I can hit it properly. Don't get angry. Oh, 15.8 launch, 6,800 spin, peak height 98.5. Right, if I could repeat numbers, that would be it. That. I'm pointing at that, but it's probably on camera, so that. I could not have launched it at that before, no chance. Absolutely no chance could I have launched it at 15.8. So much better. So much better that. You can see it. Everyone knows what they prefer when you're looking at a ball flight, and I like to see a penetrating ball flight. I just think I've got more control when it's like that. And to see that launching at 15.8 and the peak height not climbing massively, I'm well happy. Probably don't sound it. I am working on a couple of little bits at the minute. I'm trying to get to the top and I'm trying to feel my rib cage opens up so that starts turning before arms or shoulders start to come down. So it's to the top, my rib cage starts going left, and it's like a big stretch. It's quite hard, but that's my thought process at the moment. .5, peak height 90. Didn't rip that, but consistently under 17, innit? Yes, 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 yes. Right, this is the last proper one because I'm happy with where it is. Very pleased with where it is, actually. Still working on swing,
a little bit rib cage opening up before the shoulders and arms go. Starting to feel a bit comfortable with it. Bad one, get stuck underneath, club face open, wah, over there. Dead straight down it. Little bit higher launch, 17.6. 6.6 spin, that's really good. So happy with it. 96 peak height. That peak height's so different. It's a relief, to be honest. I mean, you can see it in the ball flight. You can see that you prefer it, you know. I know what I like. Getting that control of that maximum height in the wind is so important for me, and you can see it in the flight. But when Trackman confirms it, even though it's a little bit broken, just feel so happy with it. I'm just going to finish off with a little draw with a 7-iron, just because I'm feeling good about myself. I'm not very good at hitting a draw. Little draw, edge of that tree on the right, moving back to the 200 marker. So set up, club face, little bit right of target, work my feet around, a little bit closed, grip it a little bit strong. No, still can't do that, so no. Little fade then, little fade. I like this, I just feel like I can control the club face a bit more, just hold it off. Butt of the club just moves across my left pocket. Oh, so much better at controlling a fade. Even hitting a fade there. 15.9 launch. 15. When have I ever launched it at 15.9? What, today? Obviously. Right, just looking through these numbers here. Average launch 16.6. I couldn't launch it at that if I tried before with one shot. Spin 7093, which maybe a little bit up, but that's good spin numbers really, considering it's not climbing massively. Average peak height 93. It's just different planet. Amazing the difference that makes. You know, it just shows the importance of getting the right equipment. I'm not saying you always blame the equipment if something goes wrong, but getting the right equipment in your hands just gives you a better chance. I feel like I can go out and control this better in the wind, definitely. You know, control the ball flight so much better, just simply with having a different shaft. I actually don't think I lost a single shot to the right then, and that was my bad shot with the other shafts in. I felt like I lost it to the right. Now whether that's something happening within the shaft, it reacts a little bit different, or whether I can't feel where the club face is properly, so I can't release it properly. You know, the shaft may be a little bit too light for me before. There's so many different things, and you've got to figure out what you prefer, what you perform best with. There's not just one thing for everyone is going to be best. You know, these shafts suit me, which is a KBS C-tape of 125. They suit me, obviously, because those numbers tell me they do. They feel good, and I like the way the ball flight looks, and that's the key, is you looking at it going, yeah, I like that. Not just because the computer tells you that's the one for you, but you actually don't like looking at it. The verdict is I'm very pleased. The shafts have made a massive difference. I don't need to drive back to Yorkshire, although I wouldn't mind, because that place was very, very good. So massive thanks to Luke for helping me out there on that day. Having a look at my shafts I had, rebuilding them. Absolutely brilliant service there, because he rebuilt them on the day and I took them home on the day, didn't have to wait for them. I actually left me 7-iron in the swing weight device though, which was good. So I didn't actually have me 7-iron with me, but that's fairly typical me, that. So all in all, I am very, very pleased, and the sun's out, so I'm even more pleased now. If you could subscribe, that'd be brilliant. And thanks for watching. I'll see you down the line, and I'll see you next Tuesday. You sound like swords when you take them out of the bag. Listen, see? It's like pulling a sword out. I'd have been a good medieval person. Thanks for watching. See you next Tuesday. Bye. See you down the line.